Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Since I've posted the video on Calvin Klein's new logo made by Raf Simons, and I only limited the video to that. I didn't talk about, Raf Simons's ad campaign and the visuals, because I shot that video before the ad campaign even hit. So I might make another video on the ad campaign opinions, but you gotta let me know in the description, in the comment section down below, if you want that or not. Also, I made the, Givenchy exits TISCI video. So I kind of made the title sound like Givenchy's exiting TISCI. So it's kind of getting back its own identity. And then I called the Calvin Klein video, Calvin Klein enters Raf Simons, because Calvin Klein is kind of entering into the Raf Simons realm. So you could check out both of those videos in the description box down below. But in both of those videos, you have been asking me what is my opinion on, because there's been a lot of talk about Christian Dior, and Christian Dior at the moment is under the directorship because Raf Simons left Christian Dior, and who entered Christian Dior now is Maria Grazia Chiuri, an Italian designer. Now she is the artistic director of Christian Dior, and has presented her first pret-a-porter and haute couture collection in Paris. And so on my other two videos, you've been asking me, what do I think, Dacob, what do you think about Maria Grazia Chiuri at Christian Dior? A lot of you are not really happy with her. Now, I know that for my Italian friends and viewers out there, you're very passionate about your heritage and where you're coming from and all that stuff, and I understand it. And some of you have been quite vocal about me, saying that just out of experience of seeing all of the examples of Italian designers designing French haute couture, I'm not happy with it, and I wouldn't go down that route. But just to clarify, for those of you who don't understand, I do believe Italians can do haute couture. They should just do their own haute couture. I love Atelier Versace. I love the Armani Privé line. Hands down, incredible pieces. I just don't see Italians as head of the French kind of style of haute couture. They're good with Italian. So we come to this point. What do I think of Maria Grazia Chiuri for Dior? The haute couture collection, as well as the pret-a-porter, is very punk, very rock. She really is trying hard to bring influences of almost reminiscent of kind of a Lagerfeld pepping up Chanel in 1992 with a biker kind of theme, and the tulle skirts and the leather jackets or guêpières or corsets. I mean, she's making it Diorified-ish. But to me, that's not really still Dior. I like how some of the pieces look, but not all of them. But let's get to a couple of them, shall we? I will be taking source from directly from the Christian Dior Instagram account. So let me move to the side and share with you these visuals. Okay, now let's zoom in. The first picture of the haute couture fashion show. This is okay. This is the first look of Maria Grazia Chiuri's kind of new vision for Christian Dior, and the collection or the piece is called Esprit de Changement, so it's like the esprit of change. And Dior states on their Instagram profile that Maria Grazia Chiuri did give a dramatic twist to our legendary bar jacket, hooded and worn over tuxedo-style trousers. Now, first of all, what I kind of find strange is that Dior kind of, you see how they phrased this? Maybe whoever was writing this was not really capable. Bad PR, Dior. But what they're doing is they're saying, with her first haute couture look for Dior, so that's already like her for Dior, separation, we're not one unity. Renamed, so it's a renaming, another change. Esprit de Changement. Maria Grazia Chiuri gave a dramatic twist to our legendary bar jacket. It's again separation. It already sounds like she did something to us. We from Dior are writing that Maria Grazia Chiuri did something to our jacket. And that already sounds like a separation. So check out this the photo. You can still see it. It's still there. Now, yes, I do see the Dior. You see, that's a typical Dior thing, the silhouette that goes like that in the right before the hips. It turns, it's kind of peplumy almost, and it goes out and then slightly curved downwards. Very, very Dior. True. Hood, of course not. I'm wearing a hoodie, a Y3 version, kind of. This is to homage Maria Grazia Chiuri's creation. But it looks like, to me, quite frankly, the tuxedo pants look like a skirt, like a long skirt, and the hoodie thing looks like kind of, to me, you know, this whole look, let's be shady, whatever. It looks like a Sicilian widow went all Little Red Riding Hood, except Little Black Riding Hood, super widow, all in black, like the sadness overcometh her. But then, like, she wanted to go all Dior, but couldn't really afford it, so that's the next best thing. That's kind of the look we're going for. And to open your first kind of, like you're representing for the first time yourself at the lead of the haute couture maison of Christian Dior, and that's your first look. Okay. Let's move to the second look. Here you have it. Now here, what to say about this one? We have a peplumy touch. Again, typical Dior kind of type of jacket. But then you see the sheer skirt there with the pleating going on. That's kind of a modern twist. You're showing more body. That ruffled peplum, I mean, listen, it's all about taste and proportions. I can see Dior in it for sure. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's something in this whole concoction cheapens it to me, and we're losing that classic Dior elegance. It's still there, but it's more going towards Italian verve, which always has something that's a little bit more, it's a little bit less elegant. It just degrades that elegance just a little bit to me. But we can go on. Here's the next look, also from Dior. Now this is the pret-a-porter line, correct me if I'm wrong. And here's what I meant with kind of reminiscent of what Lagerfeld did for Chanel in the early 90s. Now you could say, wait a minute, but like biker kind of look and rocky look is also not really Chanel. Chanel was more of a rebel than Dior was, first of all. Second of all, check out Lagerfeld's Fall-Winter 1992 Chanel collection. You're going to see, despite the fact that the pret-a-porter Fall-Winter 1992, Karl Lagerfeld for Chanel, despite the fact that we have this rocker look and a lot of leather, the matelassé, the camellias, the silhouettes, everything screams Chanel. The pearls, everything screams Chanel. We have these iconized elements that really, really allow us to still dream Chanel, even though we have another designer designing for Chanel. This look here, however, doesn't scream Dior to me anymore. It does, she says, Dior Revolution. Seriously, girl? Maria Grazia Chiuri. Oh, Dior Revolution. Girl. Like, that's what the t-shirt says. It says Dior, the R is in parenthesis, and then evolution. Like, evolution of Dior as well. Like, then it's a revolution and then evolution. Girl, it's your first collection for them. Don't push it. The other dress next to it, gorgeous. I don't like this Dior thing going on. It's like, let's put logos on there. You see, that's that Italianized kind of tackiness, which I love when D&G do. I mean, D&G don't, there is no D&G anymore. There's just Dolce & Gabbana. I loved the 90s D&G placing logos everywhere. I also think, to a certain extent, Galliano was very good at placing Dior logos on Dior stuff, but this cheapens it to me. It's losing in elegance. Moving on, next image, here we have Beatrice Vio on the red carpet in Rome for the premiere of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, wearing a dress specially designed by Dior's creative director, Maria Grazia Chiuri. Again, we have here the Dior inscription there on the shoulder, on the straps, if you can see, and then we have the heart, and then we have all those sabers and daggers. It's like Moschino meets TISCI meets something punky. And then moving on to the next image, also from the Dior Facebook, Instagram profile, sorry. Spring-Summer 2017, fashion model Ruth Bell rocked the runway in a one-shouldered jacket inspired by sword saving, whatever you want to call it. Again, it's too tacky. It has... Okay, listen, just because it's all white and it just has a little tiny heart for a dot of color does not make it simple and elegant. You can't just like do white and say, yes, but it's white. It's simple. No, it's complex. It's complicated. Could have been used without the heart. The heart makes it more tacky. Could have been used in a Madonna video clip for Die Another Day. If you remember, Madonna was all fine. Even she was more elegant. You know, Madonna can go tacky when she goes for it. Oof. I mean, can we talk? This is very Joan Rivers. Can we talk? Do you remember how TISCI for Givenchy dressed Madge for the Met Gala? Now, I loved it because it was her. She could show her butt, do whatever she wants. But, I mean, come on. Anyway, even so, Madonna can be tacky. We know. But we love her either way. But with that amazing ensemble she wore in the Die Another Day video, when she was kind of sorting herself, oof. That was hot and very elegant. This, it's like boy meets girl, androgynous, like let's evolve, but we're still fighting, but the heart is visible, so we're fragile, but we're kind of strong and powerful at the same time. Okay, I get it. You're layering, but where's Dior? You know what I mean? Okay, out and back to the center stage. Now, listen. I'm all about innovation. I'm all about evolution. I'm all about redefining stuff, inventing something new, reinventing something. Sure, go ahead, go for it, do it, enjoy it. You know what I mean? But just be very careful to keep an eye on the fact that you are in the spotlight as this new creative director, and eyes are on you, and you got to prove yourself, and the fashion world is horrible, and they're all bitches, they're all backstabbing you, you know, they're all going to smile into your face, and then when you turn your back, they're going to be gossiping shit about you, they're going to be saying the worst things about you. So actually, Maria, you know, you're welcome. I'm honest, I'm direct, I'm going to say stuff to your face because I actually want to help you. And I want to better you. Now, you can tell me who the fuck do I think I am to tell you anything. Well, it's my opinion. Take it or leave it. But egos are tricky in the fashion world. So people that are put in a position of such high power also know that from them is, the world is expected from them. And they gotta, so they could fall into that trap of kind of, you know, being rebellious and saying, no, I'm going to do it my way or no way. And if I go out and if I'm criticized, I'm going to go out with a bang and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to, you know, I'm going to position that bomb there and that like exclamation mark. And I'm going to definitely make it very clear that this is me, that I'm strong and listen, the best fashion is when the ego is not present. It's hard to balance that, but you got to balance that absence of ego and allow the wearer to envision their egos inside of your creations. Give them that illusion that Christian Dior is still alive, that he is there, that his spirit is talking through you. That's what Lagerfeld does. He always says Mademoiselle. He feels like he is Mademoiselle Chanel, you know. In his working room where he does his sketches and drawings and his haute couture imagination, it still says Mademoiselle at the door. I mean, it doesn't say Karl Lagerfeld is behind. No, it says Mademoiselle is working. Not is working, just Mademoiselle and maybe Privé, whatever. But this is what, you got to let go of that ego. Girl, you don't need to prove yourself anymore. You're there. You're at the top. Now, once you're at the top, I think the Dior elegance is all about letting go. Of course, you got to control everybody, the maison, the workers, all the incredibly talented seamstresses, the men and women that work behind the scenes to achieve the grandeur of the Christian Dior maison and the haute couture in particular. Very talented people. You got to learn to let go. Listen to what they have to say. Listen to, because those are the ones that have been there the longest. Those are the ones that actually carry the heritage of the brand forth. They might not have that flamboyant zhuzh that a lot of brands think the creative director needs in order to kind of be present in the spotlight for the brand. But they have that modesty, they have that maturity, they have that wisdom that a lot of these, especially young designers on the scene that kind of get into high positions, really don't have. Very egotistical little brats that really think, that, taking selfies by sucking in their cheeks and kind of, expanding the fillers. I'm not making any names, but you know who I'm talking about. Think that that's enough to kind of just like cover up all the insecurities that they have inside. Boo, turning into a feline sort of concoction creature does not make you any more powerful, strong, special, or particular. It just shows how weak you are. Anyway, but back to Dior. I think ultimately, I have said this before, there are exceptions to this feeling that I have that Italians, do not really do French haute couture the best way. The exception being Gianfranco Ferré. I adored what he did for Christian Dior. Now, I want to end it on this note. I do believe that Maria Grazia Chiuri has potential to do, she's incredible. She can do her own haute couture. She could do any haute couture for Italy or whatever, but she has even potential to get to that French haute couture for Dior. I just think the girl needs to let go a little and let more of that spirit and ghost of Dior enter her and let that guide her rather than her ego. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you like this video. If you have, please do thumb it up and share it with the people you love. Leave me comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about the Christian Dior under the directorship of Maria Grazia Chiuri. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much. Don't you ever give up on love. Love you. See you soon. Take care. Bye.